It was 40 Christmases ago that we moved here to Atlanta to plant a church. We served there for a little over 20 years, Gwinnett Community Church. And then we stepped down from that pastoral role to start Teammates in Ministry in 2004. And just a few weeks ago, I was preparing some thoughts to share with the missions committee, the missions team from our church that we planted. And, in that time, just reviewing for them, and I said, well, I want to share it with you as well. We realized that this last year that it's all about God, and a lot of it's about you, and some of it is about us, but most of it is about others. This last year, to talk about you for a second, we were blessed this last year with 54 different families that gave financially to this ministry that has enabled us to finish precisely on target for what our prayed about budget was for the year.
So thank you.
Yes, thank you. Besides those 54 supporting families as of today, there was one supporting church, and it was Gwinnett Community Church. And that was a great help. And we are so grateful for your support, Gwinnett Community Church. It's also about you, the prayer warriors. Some of you did not have many resources or did not feel led to give financially, but you gave something even more important. You gave your heart to prayer for us. We just thank you so much. We know of at least 14 prayer warriors. I mean warriors, I mean people that have really committed themselves to pray, and God has answered your prayers, and we are so grateful. We've had 35 people that have come on our workday and have helped us pour into the hard labor of making our property more accessible, more beautiful, and a more beautiful place to be where people, missionaries and pastors can come and be refreshed.
Have a haven.
That's right. We used to be called the Inn of River Mist, and we realized people misunderstood what we were as an inn, so we just call it the Haven at River Mist, and it really has been a beautiful haven of rest for many who've come. You may ask, how many came this last year? Well, this year, believe it or not, there were 196 different ministers and missionaries and Christian leaders that we hosted. We hosted and refreshed and edified and mentored them, and just loved on them with the love of Jesus. And we did that on 217 days and nights of the year. And on most of the other days, we were either getting ready to have them come, or we were cleaning up after they were here.
Yes, or
And,
resting after.
And resting.
Yes.
Or we needed a rest too.
Yeah.
And but that was a wonderful year. People came from 13 states, from Georgia to Alaska. In fact, the Alaska couple drove their motorhome from Alaska down here, and they didn't just come to see us. They They were visiting around the United States, but they had just retired from the pastorate, but they were here, and it was great to see them. Also, we had guests from Ghana and from Germany, and even last night, we had a missionary couple from Angola that were here for the evening. It was a wonderful treat to meet them. But what really is so exciting, it gives us great joy, is that as we have tried to pour and lay down our lives for them and pour out ourselves for them and gladly be spent for them, now those 196 people that were here, for those that are doing better and are refreshed and encouraged, they're now pouring out to others. And so next year, what's going to happen with teammates? Well, we don't know how many are going to be here, but we know that we're going to be available.
God
we're
willing,
praying,
yes.
yes, and we're praying that God will give us all the wisdom and the strength. Katie, being the gatekeeper of our ministry, is the one that receives the requests from people that come in, and not everybody that requests to come is able to come. And we need to have wisdom to know who do we invest in. And
I think the wonderful thing is that the Lord just so graciously gives us exactly who He wants us to minister to. And so we just continue to trust God with that. And one of the greatest things about this year especially is that not only have we had the opportunity to serve so many guests and just basically fulfill the mission of teammates to lavish the love of God on the servants of God so they can be refreshed to better fulfill the call of God on their lives, but we have also had the opportunity to partner with those who have the same heart to take what teammates is doing here and refresh others in their environments. And so it has been such a great joy this year to host people who want to serve others in their home. And so we have used that opportunity to train others and to kind of give those couples an inside look at teammates in ministry and what the day-to-day looks like and what carrying on the ministry looks like. And so it has really been a multiplying year in a lot of ways as well.
And you know what? I am so glad that you get to see the face of Katie. You've seen her from operating behind the camera on other occasions, but this is the gatekeeper, our director of operations, and I'm so glad you get to see her on this side of the camera, and this is Katie. So when you call or someone you know contacts us, this is who you're speaking with. And then Katie takes care of so many things before we even see the people that come. So I think this is a great.
From request to greeting them at the front door, I get the opportunity to just make that connection and really just extend the heart of teammates from the moment that our guests interact with us. And so it is such a joy to be able to serve teammates, and we are just so thankful for you, our ministry partners and friends, and like Dave said, prayer warriors that have really partnered with us to make teammates available to so many. It's your generous time, whether it's pouring in on work days or financial contributions, that really help us just move forward. And so in this new year,
well, in the new year, the details of the how many's are coming, or how much or it will cost, or even if we'll be alive.
Yeah,
Those are all unknowns.
That's right.
And I'm going to read something here that emphasizes that really briefly. But I wonder as I wander, and I ponder as I ponder, if in 2022 we had 54 supporting families, what if we had 75 supporting families? might we be able to do?
Yeah.
If we have one consistently supporting church now, what would happen if we had 4 or 5 supporting churches?
Absolutely.
We had 35 workday volunteers last year. What if we had 50 this year and had 2 workdays? We had 14 prayer warriors. What if we had 30?
Amen.
What might God do? And so the vision that we have, and I don't consider myself a visionary, but my vision, what is that song? Be thou my vision.
Yeah.
My vision is Jesus. My vision is serving him as long as he gives us breath and strength to do it.
Yes.
Which is why I read this. Come now, you who say tomorrow, today or tomorrow, we will go into such and such a town and spend a year there and trade and make a profit. And yet you do not know what tomorrow will bring. What is your life? For you are a mist that appears for a little time and then vanishes. Instead, you ought to say, if the Lord wills, we will do this or that. As it is, you boast in your arrogance. All such boasting is evil. So whoever knows the right thing to do and fails to do it, for him it is sin. We are a mist, all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Rumor has it that I'm almost 80, and
And I'm much younger.
and Becky's much younger. But even 80 years is just a mist. What happens after us? And what will we do? Teammates may make a profit, it may have a loss. I don't know. But we are making plans and making ourselves available. We have some conferences on the books already that we'll be speaking at. We have classes we're scheduled to teach. We have podcasts we hope to work on and complete and share more with others, resources. But what we do know is this: we want to do the next right thing. He who knows to do the right thing and doesn't do the right thing, it's sin. And we don't want to be in sin. We want to be in service to the Lord and do the next right thing and trust God for the results in that.
And we just thank you for all that you do to enable us to do what we do. So we're all three saying thank you. Have a blessed and happy and God covered New Year. We love you.
Amen.
Ditto.